definitely know how to just have fun and not care at all about, what the result is. So I mean, I learned that with my kind of my last girlfriend. We went to a tabletop cafe, and we're playing this game that I introduced to her, and maybe I was I tried to win just a little bit too much. So 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 I mean, even in that scenario, I learned, just not to take it so seriously. So I think I'm pretty good at toning it down and understanding the situation, and just being, just more casual. Like as far as like body type, I'm not much of a skinny mini type person type. I'm more of like a
Voluptuous?
Kirby.
voluptuous, yeah, curvy,
Mhm.
but not over, like not.
You ask,
And we listened.
introducing Love Letters, our private community for intentional singles who value connection but prefer privacy. Each week, you'll receive real love letters from singles who are thoughtful and ready to meet someone who's just as intentional as you are. If you've been waiting for something more authentic than dating apps, this is your space. Visit the link in our description box to learn more.
And where are you calling from, Sheldon?
Edmonton, Alberta, Canada.
Oh, Canada. You're Canadian. Okay. Okay.
Beautiful country. We've
Yeah.
had a
Very
few
beautiful.
Canadians.
Yeah, we have. We've had
Yeah.
a few Canadians. Good people.
What's your age range and the range of the person you're looking forward to connecting with?
To be honest, like 30, like the age I'm looking for, like, to be honest, probably 35 to 50.
35 to 50?
Think so,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's a nice broad age range. So that's
Yeah.
good.
Give
Are
you
you
some.
legally single?
Yes.
Okay.
That's the right answer. And then
What do you do for a living now, Sheldon?
I work at a software company. So
Okay.
very cool.
Okay. And do you have any kids, or how many kids do you have? Or
no kids.
okay. And what about the lady? Are you okay with her having children, or is there a limit? Or
Um, in the I in an ideal world, no kids. But over my life, I've seen like some awesome women that have had kids. And so, yeah, no, if, depending on, the person,
What makes you an intentional dater, Sheldon?
because I'm not out there, um, putting myself out there, like to have like casual relationships. You can usually sense when you might have an opportunity to be friends with somebody. So, I mean, I get that a lot, but I never really pursue anything with anybody, just because no, I want something more serious. So only really had maybe a couple girlfriends. So yeah, no, just selective, I guess.
Sheldon, do you have any talents or gifts?
As far as like music type stuff, no, but like artistic, not really, but more mechanically minded. Um, can fix things, kind of a handyman kind of guy.
That's nice.
Um, more of um, trying to keep myself in shape. So, doing stuff. I mean, I'm on a co-ed soccer team and just signed up for an ice hockey team this winter. Played hockey all my life. So pretty athletic. Just played floor hockey yesterday with my company, and keeping up with everybody.
yeah.
And
And Sheldon, how old are you?
57.
57. All right. What is the hardest thing for you about being single? Challenge, rather.
Um, Probably I do quite a few things. Last weekend I was at the there was a gaming convention, like a computer gaming convention last weekend that I signed up for, and none of my friends were able to come and join me, so I was there by myself for, a bunch of the time. And then also last weekend there was something called an animathon. It's like anime culture, Japanese
Okay.
culture. It's a big
What I
deal,
thought, yeah.
kind of like the San Diego Expo, but just
Mhm.
focused on Japanese culture. So that was here in Edmonton as well that weekend, and I bought tickets to that, so I was there walking around part of the time. And then also there was in our downtown there was something called a Carrie West Festival, which was we've got a I don't know, not overly significant, but we have like a Jamaican community,
Hmm.
black community, and so there, in downtown, like there was like some DJs and some dancing and some food cart.
Yeah.
It was like a festival, that
Mhm.
was, entertaining and kind of fun to walk around. So I walked around there because it was close to the animathon. So things like that be nice to, walk with somebody, to have some company. So
Yeah.
probably, the lack of companionship, you know.
And being in Canada, I know distance is important for you. For the right person you're vibing with, are you open to long distance? And if so, is there like an expectation that it's short term? Like, what are the thoughts around that?
Short term, like
Doing the long distance, if you're even open to that.
um if it was like someone that I, really was attracted to, I think, and was likewise, I'd probably go some distance. Um, it's tough though. I mean, I've had a like way back. I had a long distance with somebody in Denver, and
Hmm.
that didn't quite, that was just too hard to get. But there was at that time there was no Zoom or
Yeah.
stuff like that, so to be able to talk with. Um, it just depends. They were like exceptionally like
Mhm. What would you consider your ideal first date?
something like a Saturday, a nice Saturday or something like this, and um, going to, one of the local festivals, some activity that's happening in the event in the city. Like today, like there's the Fringe going on, which is like an outdoor. There's all kinds of shows that are happening. It's like a big deal here in Edmonton, the Fringe. So, and there's
Oh
lots of people
man.
mingling, and there's street performers.
Sheldon, what would you consider your favorite attributes about yourself? One non-physical and one physical.
Probably patience as far as like non-physical patience. Young looking, I
Mhm.
guess. Active. One of my friends from BC came with his family and wanted to go to our West Edmonton Mall with the water park.
Hmm.
And so we're in the water park, and my friend has like 5 kids, and it's like a handful. It's a handful of little kids. They're all little kids. So and one of their oldest, 10, going on 11, and wanted to go on all the slides, but my friend and his wife, wanted to, make sure they always had an eye on all their kids, right? All the little ones. So they asked if I'd be willing to go with her and just accompany her all over, do whatever she wanted to do, so she wouldn't have to be tied down. So yeah, so I was more than willing to just go with her in the pool and experience the waves and have fun in the waves with her, and then go on all the slides that she wanted to.
Anything else you want us to know about you?
Yeah, before we let you go, we don't want to
Oh,
hold you
right,
the
yeah.
rest of this thing.
Oh, yeah, a lot of my close friends are in the 30s, late 30s. So, and I think that's the thing. I mean, you hang around with the people because I don't really get
Right.
along. I mean, I associate with the people that in the 50s, but they're no fun. They're just no, they don't do anything. They're just going to coffee shops and so I mean,
So
yeah.
she would
I'm
have
not,
to be a young 50-year-old if she.
yeah,
Mhm.
yeah,
Active,
active.
yeah.
His
Not really.
mom, your mom is a young 80. How old is mom?
About to be 85.
So
Yeah.
at the very least, doing something. I mean, I know pickleball is not my favorite thing, but at the very least, being able to do like pickleball because that's
Mhm.
a lot of old people are doing that because that's the only thing they can do, and it is fun. It is kind of fun, but not as. And I'm used to playing badminton and tennis and
Mhm.
racquetball, and so it's just as long as we can do something fun together. I mean, and it kind of along that line.
Can you spell your email out for us to just to make sure the ladies hear properly?
SHELDON VIVIER @ yahoo.com.
Be sure to
Like
comment and
and
subscribe
subscribe.